Hello and welcome to another set of turns here up Domains 5. I'm the False God. We are playing as Phaeacia. And unfortunately after this we are going to have a small break in the Phaeacia turns because we've very much caught up to, sorry, not 14, 13. We've caught up to the 20 turn rule in the game. So I won't be able to probably post any for a little while. You'll have to put up with my other content. Okay. No magic sites. Dormant Pretender Gods are waking up. Crippled unit dies, and we have some battles against Nazca, who we assaulted. Here, okay. We've got Lesser Air Elemental coming out. We've got a bunch of Sacred Condor Warriors. An Inca, another Inca, and a Royal Malky. And some Condors. So a bunch of Sacreds, some PD. We have a bunch of Light Infantry. So they've definitely gone ahead and sent a pretty sizable force out to stop this group. It's only going to be small air elementals, which is not, which is helpful. Got a lightning bolt in there. So I think there's the air elemental. We go ahead and start running in, and here come the Nazcans. They make pretty good contact with us. We're kind of all spread out. In case anybody forgot their bless. Attack, shock weapons, poison resistance, strength, blood surge, and larger. So they're going to be very killy, right? 17 attack, 19 damage, plus the shock, the thunder weapons. Not a ton of defense. 14 defense is not a ton. 9 protection, not a ton. 8 hit points. Okay, this actually, guy's already been hit. So you should have double that. They're not super tanky, but they are pretty killy. So go ahead and see how we do here. We're throwing out a little bit of magic. A lot of guys are trying to deal with this little air elemental. Got some people flying on the back. Our caster has been thunder weaponed. Looks like we're routing here. And we have indeed routed. So we lost the captain and 60 troops, and they lost 16 sacreds. This is not a great trade. This is a 1,200 gold worth of troops. Plus, some of them probably got lost in the retreat. Yep. And the captain, etc. We killed, not a lot of condors and condor warriors. Now, the only saving grace here is, right, what's replaceable and what's not. Those condor warriors aren't coming back. Neither are the condors, at least in the short term. Nazca's only going to have so many sacreds they can really afford to throw at us here. So this is definitely a loss, but a little bit of a silver lining. And then we have one more battle where they have nothing. And I do wonder if this formation wouldn't have done better than the formation I had. So I think that's unfortunate. I haven't tested or anything, just a hunch. This one we win with no losses. And we lose some gold, and we have unrest. There's a monster boar. I think I forgot about this monster boar. I am so bad at checking for that kind of thing. But we went ahead, we finished a palisade here. This palisade's done. This one is 2 months away. We're getting our temple up. We're searching. We're recruiting weavers. So definitely suffered a reversal here. We also are concerned because Nazca went to the group game chat and said that Phaeacia's armies are engaged and are dying. And so we have to be a little bit worried about what our neighbors might think. Shiniyama is, as far as we know, not engaged with anyone and has 70 units right here on our border. Now, Shiniyama invited the Nazca player to the game. Now, that doesn't mean anything. They may have just asked. I have no idea if they have an actual relationship or anything like that, or prior relationship, but it is potentially concerning. We see Micklin is over here. This is not Micklin land. This is Asphodel land. So definitely it seems like Micklin is fighting, maybe winning here. We should really get some scouts going. Spoiler alert, we're not going to. But we should get some scouts going to see what's going on over here. MA Micklin is really sort of an interesting nation. I've not seen it perform. What else? We could be attacked by the birds. Now, I was operating under the assumption at this time that birds could fly to my capital, and I have since been informed that that is not true. And I then tested it, and that is in fact not true. Birds cannot fly over the water. So I am less in danger from the birds than I had thought. But Shiniyama certainly still represents a threat, right? We have, even if they can't get our capital, right? If they just hit a bunch of this stuff, that would obviously very much eat into our ability to wage war. So we lost 60 guys. We have another 46 here. We've got 34 in the capital. So we're going to go ahead and start trying to recruit up more troops all over the place. We have, with our sailing, right, this is a 1-turn reinforce, a 1-turn reinforce, and 1 turn to reinforce. So we can muster a lot of troops quickly and send them here. With that said, we're going to go ahead and take a back seat for a minute and let Phaeacia try and kill some of these sacreds. We will step back and regain our strength and then look to go back in. So we're pulling back here for just a turn. And we're going to look to rally here with additional reinforcements from our fortresses. And we are building fortresses on these. So we still have tons of money, right? We have 400 gold and we're building a temple this turn. I think, are we building a fortress anywhere new? No, not yet. Or maybe this is a fortress that's new this turn. Which one finished? Yeah. So we have a lot of gold. So we can put a lot of resources into killing Nazca here. So that's, an unfortunate reversal, but certainly not the end of the war. Especially they're getting 2v1'd. Phaeacia's over here with 100 units. They've got Giganti, they got Tyrants, etc. Looks like their bird trap must be their prophet who is getting ready to go and fight Nazca. So that's thematic. Let's go ahead and jump into 14. And this will have to be the last turn again because we can't get too far ahead of ourselves. Okay, so we finished some more research. Well, I guess we can talk about research in a second. We found a Sweetwater Current. That's nice. Canyon Wild Winds. And we get attacked by Nazca, who they attack this they attack our force here. Again, they have a bunch of condors and Phaeacias. Divine Blessings going out. Not sure why those 5 guys. They must have lost their leader. They're going to get super picked off. So we're once again taking a big fight with Nazca here. And this one is in fact going more in our favor. And we are able to eventually chop our way through all the Nazcans. They do have a fire elemental, but I think their mage. Now their mage is conked out. Are we going to catch him? We're going to catch him. We got him. So this is a huge defeat for Nazca. We lost 19 Colossi and killed 28 Sacreds and an Inca, who I guess now will be reanimated and we're making Phaeacias, but this is I think this is probably a big loss for Nazca. There's a huge number of Sacreds, not going to be easy to replace, and we can replace 19 Colossi in a turn. They attack us again on our fortress with Condor Warriors, and we have token PD here. Not going to be able to put up too much of a fight. Our little PD is not very strong. So we kill 1 Condor. Not very helpful. We got a Locos, because it is that time of year. Nature Gems, Unrest Event, and our walls are damaged. So my thought here is that we're going to send this force of 56 guys to go and fight the army that's on our capital, or not our capital, on our fortress. I think that they will leave and will not fight us. You can see we've re-employed the block strategy. I don't think that they will fight us after what happened here. What we are going to try and do, though, is if they do stay and fight, we're going to try and take this territory and cut them off. If we think about what's here, there's 17 Condor Warriors. We just defeated 29 Sacreds. So I think that this group will be perfectly capable of killing this group. So we're going to go ahead and try and cut them off and fight. Now, they could fly all the way back home. They could fly to do something else. We can't actually cut them off, but we can whack them here and make this difficult for them. Again, with a 2v1, even against a strong opponent, this early in the game, it's really hard to win. And so one of our considerations has to be how much territory can we get versus how much is Phalegra going to get. And so how do we maximize that? And we need to sort of stay on the offensive if we're going to manage to do that. Yeah, because what we don't want to do is lose a bunch of troops, kill a bunch of Nazcan troops, and have Phalegra just take everything. So that's what we're after. We can also see that Asphodel is pushed back against Mictlan, so who knows exactly how that war is going. They are flyers, right? So it's not... they're not flyers, because they're not blessed. So they did have to, I think that's how Mictlan works. Yes, they're not flyers. So they did have to walk there. So they had to walk all the way here. Asphodel's right here, so... kind of scary for Asphodel, probably. Who knows how much damage Asphodel is doing to them with their Titan of the Underworld. But as for research, we've got Conjuration 3 for small elementals and the powers. Evocation 2 and Alteration 1 were part of our expansion. We're going to go get Construction 1 and 2, and then we're going to head up for big elementals. Rather than try and mess around with, Wind Guide and Flaming Arrows or high-level evocations, we're just going to go ahead and go for mostly air elementals. And use that as our weapon of choice. So besides that, we're still trying to site search. Still trying to get this fortress set up. Next turn, we're going to be a little bit slow. We're moving a mage and a priest to build both pieces next turn. But what we really don't want to have happen is to get attacked by the birds or by Shiniyama before we can sort of get this closed out. Now, Shiniyama has not attacked us. I did reach out to them, and I did not get a response, which is always very troubling in Dominions. Not where you want to be. Now, I have some doubts, about their ability to fight. There's still a whole bunch of knights here, or heavy cav here, that they haven't taken or need to deal with, that they haven't gotten a chance to sort of get in. But there are birds, right? They could have a huge force right here, and I would just never even know. And they could just whop right into me. So that's the birds for you. But we're going to keep searching underwater. These are what we found that prior turn. So, yeah, nothing too crazy. Again, I think Nazca is going to have a really hard time. Unless, maybe they have all of these provinces. But I doubt it. They probably don't have these. Maybe they still have these. Their income's got to be about 0. They've only got 1 gem to start with. 1 air gem to make condors. They could have lots of Sapayas. It's probably their best bet. So yeah, a bit of a quick war one today. Only the pair of turns. We're going to keep trying to win this first war and sort of move from there. So thanks everybody for joining me. I will see you all in the next one, and have a great day.